How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are taking a look at Workhorse today and talking about the YouTube conspiracy that a lot of YouTubers are pumping up this stock and illegally stock promoting Workhorse. So I'm going to go over that. I'm also going to cover the short that was talked about and the report that was shown today that caused the stock to go down drastically. But I'm going to talk about that, the beefy side, all the information on that in a video that I'm recording tonight and releasing tomorrow. So if you haven't already subscribed, please hit subscribe. You'll see that video tomorrow. This is more covering the YouTuber side and this illegal stock promotion that's going on apparently. So I'm going to talk about that. Before we get started, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate it. Also, if you want to support in some way, these are crazy times with everything in this video and, a couple of my friends and myself getting called out by name in this report. If you guys want to support, you can use the link down below to WeBull. They have a couple days left where they're giving away 2 free stocks worth up to $1,600 each as long as you deposit $100 or more. And if you want to check out some other stuff, there are links down there too. If you want, you can check out our new merch that just came out recently. So I really appreciate that. My girlfriend does too because she is in on the action with that. So let's take a look at Workhorse today. If you see here, you can see the stock was down really far before market hours and then went up about 9%. If we take a look here, it was down drastically. I saw reports that showed that it was down actually 9%, negative 9% pre-market hours. Now, just looking at it here, it obviously recovered and then kind of just leveled off throughout the rest of the day. It was down a couple percent by the end of the day. But what happened when I tried to find this was there's a massive short report. So if you don't know what short selling is, a company tries to take or a person tries to take an active position betting against a stock thinking it's going to go down. Now, I'm going to talk about this report, but this was by Fuzzy Panda. And if you look them up on Twitter, they have maybe about 5,000 followers. Not a big company. I was actually trying to find this morning and the site kept on crashing. I couldn't get in to view this, so I had to go around a back way and find this. I think they weren't expecting this amount of people looking at their website. But I think they were trying to do something similar to what Nikola and Hindenburg had happened to them a couple weeks ago. Hindenburg released this big hit report that I think actually they did a really good job on against Nikola. And it pointed out a lot of good things, or a lot of things that we want to know as potential investors, people interested in the stock market. Maybe some of us were investors. I personally saw some of this kind of coming, I think. So I never invested in Nikola, but I think Fuzzy Panda was trying to do something similar. And what they're showing here, first page, is the USPS up in flames. Of course, this was not a workhorse truck. It says here, this is not a workhorse truck, but they're trying to show it as a metaphor. But if we go through this report, it's really beefy. Again, I'm going to cover the stuff on Workhorse in a video tomorrow, but I want to cover the YouTuber side because what they show here and what they say is that essentially there's an ongoing scheme that now appears to have moved to YouTube. So they're saying that there are 420 plus videos that spell out a pattern of deceptive practices. Workhorse and Lordstown Management have supported the stock promotion by actively participating in interviews with the promoters. If you look here too, there's no period after that. They have no period here. They have periods here. The syntax, the spelling, and some of this isn't great either. This just doesn't seem super professional to me. And I'm not being defensive or anything like that, but I read through this whole thing and it's very unprofessional. So I'll show you a little bit of what they talk about here in a second, but they point out specific YouTubers and they talk about certain like disabilities that they have, certain medical conditions that these people have talked about on their channel, and they're saying that they need money for these different ailments and different situations that they're in, so they're illegally stock promoting Workhorse. And I can tell you right now, I've gotten a significant amount of people that have reached out to me about doing sponsored videos. I have never talked about a stock that was sponsored and the company actually paid me money. That's never happened. I've talked about a table. I've also talked about a website for stock research that's completely free. And both of those compensated me in some way. I gave disclaimers. I talked about it. I put in the description. But we're not financial advisors. We don't tell you to buy or sell stocks. We talk about what we do and what we think. The reason that I think this is kind of crazy is just they say 420 videos spell out a pattern of deceptive practices. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. People get paid to make videos. They get paid by YouTube to bring views. They make videos because they think it's going to be viewed. A lot of people are interested in Workhorse, so a lot of people are clicking on the videos. They're not doing it because they're getting promoted by Workhorse. Workhorse doesn't need to pay anyone. People are getting views without Workhorse paying anyone. They're doing interviews because they want to talk about their stock. They want to get more people interested in it, and that's only good for them going forward. So if we dive in a little bit deeper, and I won't cover too much of this, but you can see here, they talk about and they break down the number of Workhorse stock promotions. What they say is, we believe this is illegal stock promotion, and none of the individuals disclose their motivations or compensation behind promoting Workhorse. So no one is disclosing their compensation because no one is getting paid. I talked to 5 or 6 people on this list down here, and none of us get paid by Workhorse to talk about them. Also, we have disclosed our motivations. A lot of us say that we want to help people become wealthy through the stock market. A lot of people say that we just want to educate people. We want to help people talk about what we're interested in. And that is the motivation. I talk about how I own Workhorse shares. I'm very clear about that. I think this would be similar to what they're doing is similar to if I had 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then I came out and said I'm shorting the stock and try to come out with a massive hit piece and then started personally attacking other YouTubers. It's kind of similar to that. But if you look down here, we're third in line here with 242,000 views and about 1,000 or 11,400 subscribers, which is old. I mean, that's probably 3 or 4 weeks old at this point. Jack Spencer's on here, Informed Traders, Newcomb Finance, Positive Investing, everyone down the line. Some of my good buddies are on here too, Cake Trader, JT Wealth. They do the same thing. They personally attack some people. Honestly, Cake Trader, 20-year-old guy trading stocks in his mom's basement, ? Like, who cares who he is, where he's at? They try to point out that he's encouraging gambling by having a poster in the video. They talk about JT Wealth, talking about how she's drinking wine and pointing it out. She talks about that every video. Who cares? She's over 21. She lives in the U.S. Who cares if she has a drink when she talks about stocks? It's just interesting. They talk about how Jack is doing interviews and how it's promoting the company and how he was a former Irish bodybuilder. I don't see how that's really relevant. I mean, he wasn't even a bodybuilder. He just liked to work out. So that's kind of crazy to me. They also point out further in, and shout out to Jason Polin. I'll pull up his page in a second. But they shout out how Lordstown is doing the same thing, and I'm just scrolling down here, but they have a list of all the different videos on here and how many views they had. I apologize for all the scrolling here, but they go through pretty much the same thing. They put it in an appendix like it's something to reference, and they talk about how many views each person has, and I don't even think we're listed on this. We're listed on the Workhorse one, but I don't think we're listed on this one. Maybe, though. But towards the end, if you go down here, you'll see a lot of people that you've seen on YouTube. Jason Polin Investing is on here, and they talk about how he has 23 views on his Lordstown video and how he's being compensated by Lordstown to make this video. And Jason is a friend of mine. Shout out to him. If you guys want to check out his channel, I'll put it in the description below. But it's just crazy. Like, he does really good content. He's newer to the scene. I guarantee you he is not getting promoted. I've talked to him about it. He's not getting promoted. He's not even getting paid by YouTube yet. He has 451 subscribers, and he's not getting paid for 23 views on a Workhorse video. So I just wanted to talk about this real quick. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. Again, I'm going to cover the meat. So a lot of people have been asking me about this. Some people ask me how much I get compensated from Workhorse. $0. Never gotten paid by them 1 penny. Some people are asking me, should they sell the stock because of all the stuff that this report uncovers? Well, again, I'm going to cover that tomorrow. But if it gives you any indication just how disrespectful or unprofessional this is from the YouTuber side, like saying there's a massive conspiracy and that we don't disclose our affiliations with the company or with the stock, I just feel like it kind of discredits a lot of the rest of the information. Like, this is very beefy, right? 53 pages. But a lot of it is hard to really know because a lot of it's these insiders that are giving information and they won't name any names. And they've apparently got insider pictures, but just based on this part of the report, I feel like it kind of discredits a lot of the other information. I don't know why they would even put it in here, honestly. But let me know your thoughts below. Again, if you guys want to help out, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. It's been a crazy day reading through this, getting different people's thoughts on it, speaking with a ton of different people on the situation. I appreciate you guys watching this. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for using those links down below. Check out Jason's channel. Check out my WeBull link if you want some free stocks. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.